Close your eyes. Or soften your gaze upon the floor. Let your eyes go soft. Have a few normal breaths or big sighs, whatever kind of gets you to land in your body at this moment. Breathing in and out. Letting yourself get quiet. Noticing where you're holding tension. Noticing where you might be feeling any kind of discomfort. And for this moment, don't scowl at that pain or discomfort. And it could be emotional pain, you could be hurting in your heart. You could be upset in your head, you could be furrowing your eyebrows. You could feel something in the pit of your stomach. You might have a pain in the hip or a knee or an ankle. Wherever any discomfort is. Notice it, and instead of scowling at it and telling it to go away or chasing it off, feel into it and be with it. Hello, headache. Hello, knee pain. We see you. We see that you're here. We are going to try to be open to listening to what you have to tell us. What is it? That spot needs your attention in some way. It's okay. And it's going to be okay. Bring your hands to heart center and rub your hands together quickly in front of your heart. Generate some heat there between your hands. And then pause, holding your hands together, feeling that tingling sensation. And think of something or someone that you love very much. And think of a moment when you cared for them sweetly and deeply. Whether it's bringing someone a cup of tea, giving your pet an extra long scratch on the belly, head, ears. Connect up to that feeling of providing care. Connect up to that feeling of giving of yourself, giving your heart out to someone with no expectation of return, and or the knowledge that that person or creature is getting back to you fully in the moment, with both of you open, sending and receiving care. Let that feeling fill your heart up. Try to tune in to your own ability to love. Feel it growing like a beautiful glow in your heart. Whatever color feels beautiful to you, imagine that heart glowing brightly. Take a breath in and blow that love into your hands. Reclose your hands. And then think about the spot that you had that was hurting, whether it's your heart or your knee, or your jaw, or your foot. And bring your hands to that part. Can you care for your own heart the way that you care for your pets, children, elders, friends? Breathe into your own loving kindness towards yourself. Bring your hands to your knees. Flick your eyes open. And let's start on all fours. Come on over. Align your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hip sockets. Start to sway your hips back and forth. What feels good? What do you love about this? Come on back to center and begin cats and cows. So dropping down, belly looking forward with the head. Exhaling, pressing the floor away, dropping your head down. Continue with cats and cows, moving with your breath and at a speed that feels right for you today. Noticing any feelings in the body and trying to not feel those feelings and scowl. Feel those feelings and be interested, be curious. Good. Come on back to neutral, please. And then back into child's pose. Reach your arms in front of you. Since you're at home and there's no one else to hear you, or at least not a room full of other yogis, I encourage you to make any sighing sounds, grunts or groans, sound effects. Let it all out. It's the advantage of being at home. Make the noises you need to make. No one to hold stuff in for. Probably that pet, if you're focusing on a pet that you love, that pet doesn't care what noise you make. The beauty of pets. Walk your hands over to the right. Feel into that glorious stretch in the left ribs. Breathe slow and deep. Walk back through center and over to the other side. What do you love about this pose right now? Or what is something that you feel loving about in this moment? Feeling free to wiggle around a little. I like to play with where the height of my armpit, moving up and down a little. Wiggling the hips just a little to the left, a little to the right, not fast. Tucking the tailbone a little bit, pressing to the floor. Those are all options. Good. Come on back to center. And back up to all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog number 1 of the day. How does it feel? Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Move around here in ways that work for you. Maybe pedaling the feet, maybe rolling forward and back. Take one step in. So step your feet forward 1 footprint. And enjoy that slight change of orientation. Feel how your down dog is different. Enjoy it. Notice where it feels amazing. And notice what else you might be feeling. Where does it not feel amazing? Come on back down to all fours. Inhale, lift your right arm out to the side and up. Hold and breathe. I know this is weirdly difficult and awkward considering it's such a simple thing. Try to see if your hips are in the center. And then when you're ready, come on down, under and through. Shoulder to the floor, head down. Breathe long, slow, and deep. And again, experimenting with small adjustments. So can the hips come to the hips come to the left a little, the hips come to the right a little. How does each feel? Release from there. Lift on back up, big hip. Exhale, release down. Good. Side 2, lift, arm out and up. Breathe and hold. Notice what you feel. How are you responding emotionally to this weirdly challenging little pose? You hate it? Do you get grouchy? Can you just be curious instead? Or can you explore what that grouchiness feels like? Where does it hit you in the body? And then on your next exhale, come on down. Under, through, shoulders to the floor, head to the floor. Twist. With the relief of no longer holding that twist, how do you feel? Staying with the feelings, trying not to judge them good or bad. And release from there. Lift on back up. And down. Tuck your toes, lift your hips once again. Back into downward dog pose. Pedaling the feet again. Shaking your head yes again. Shaking it no. Blubber through your lips. Bending your knees a bit, look forward to your hands and slowly walk your feet up to the top. Half lift, long in the spine, and fold. Let your head hang. Let your jaw be loose. Bend your knees just a tiny, tiniest bit. Imagine space appearing between your vertebrae. Your spine growing longer and taller as we hold here. Tension and stress pouring out of your crown into the floor. Let the earth take it for reprocessing. On your inhale, half lift and hold. Bending knees slightly, bring your hands to your hips. Actually, bring your hands to your low back. Roll your shoulders back and down. Hug your elbows in and extend long from the crown of your head. Remove the wrinkles from your neck. So that might even mean that you kind of lift the back of your head forward a little bit. And then slowly lift up. Welcome back upright. Palms forward. Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, palms touch. Exhale, fold on down. Half lift, long spine. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower to the floor. Shoulders back. Lift your upper body, head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe the belly lifts a little, maybe not. And come on back down. Lift your shoulders up to your ears, crunch them up. Pull back on your hands. Press down at the base of your pointer finger and thumb. Lift your head and shoulders as you roll your shoulders back, down. Back to cobra. Good. And come on back down. Once more, shoulders up, squeeze. Keeping that pressure on the base of the pointer finger and thumb. Peel up. Shoulders back and down. Head lifts, shoulders back and down. Head lifts, shoulders back and down. Squeeze those elbows in. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. And come down. Pick it back up. Whether you do a push-up or not is up to you. Child's pose for the briefest moment. And back to down dog. Lift down up. Set it back. Channel that love feeling again. Grow your heart so bright. Love into yourself. How can you be more caring, gentle, and loving to yourself during your practice? Feel that feeling of caring for that other person or creature and turn it towards you. Bend your knees to look forward, step to the top. Half lifts and fold. Sweep your arms wide, lift back up, reach up, look up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, lift again, reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, get long in the spine. Plant your hands and step back. Plank. Set your knees down if that's best for you, and lower to the floor. Shoulders back, up to cobra, and then lower halfway down. Cobra again a little higher, halfway down. Cobra again a little higher, halfway down. Once more, lift up and down. Good. Rest for a moment, wiggle your hips left and right. And pick it up, tuck toes, child's pose, to get that spine nice and round. And lifting back up, downward facing dog. Press the floor away strongly with the hands planted super flat, pressing through every single knuckle and joint on your hand. Bend your knees to look forward. Step or hop right at the front. Half lift. And fold. Sweep wide, lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, fold. Heart lifts, long spine. Plant your hands and step back. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Shoulders back, heart forward. Lift up, cobra. And come on down. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze. Press down at the base of the pointer finger and thumb. Press your hip points down. Press the tops of your feet down. Lift your head, lift your heart. Roll your shoulders back and down. And come into a low cobra. Okay, so not your highest. And then think about your right lung inside, and your ribs, and your shoulder. And pull them back, space. Get this little twist. And see if you can tack that hip back down. Good. Come back to center. Second side, lung, ribs. Shoulder back. Back to center. And down. And once more, lift your shoulders up. Squeeze elbows in, shoulder blades in. Lift your head, lift your heart and shoulders, and then continue lifting, but roll your shoulders back down. And come onto the floor. Push up or not, tuck toes, child's pose. Lift back up, downward facing dog. Long, slow breaths. Return to your breathing. And think of a way that you care for yourself, something common you do every day, not a new habit you're trying to build or some self-care that you haven't achieved yet. What do you do every day that you love? I make tea with lemon and honey, or just hot water with lemon and honey. I love it. It cares for me. I think it helps my overall health. And it's warm and lovely. You may have noticed I almost always have a mug with me. That is why. So what do you do? Think about it. Something you cherish, some routine. Smile, bend your knees and look forward. Step to the front. Half lift and fold. Sweep your arms wide, come on up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, fold. Half lift, long spine. Plant your hands and step back once again. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Shoulders back. Lift up, cobra. And back down. This time, fingertips back towards your heels. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, hug your shoulder blades in. Lift up the head and shoulders a little more. Press through now, the tops of the feet and the hips down. Lift your arms a little bit more. Reach back towards your heels. And if you'd like, add the legs. Great, release down. Shift your hips a little. And prepare for round two. Begin to lift your head. Shoulders roll back, squeeze in. Lift your arms a little more. This time flip your palms over so they're facing the floor. Open that heart forward. Reach your collarbones forward and open. And lift your feet if you'd like more. Release down. And begin to lift again. Lift the head, heart and shoulders lift, roll back, maybe lift the feet. And if you'd like extra, reach the arms out to the side and then forward. Reach the arms back again and release down. Bring your hands in by your sides, press up. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees to look forward. Step up, right with the front. Half lift. And fold. Sweep arms wide, come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lift again. Fold, come on down. Half lift, get long. Plant your hands and just send your right leg back. This is a great time to bring blocks in. And if you're like me, you've not put them within reach. It's a good reminder. I like to always set up the blocks beforehand in theory, but I forget a lot. So when we come back to class, try to make it a habit to set up your blocks ahead of time in the front. Bring them in, sink, hard forward so long from head to heel. Straightening that front leg any amount. Maybe walk the blocks back. I like to just tip them up from the mid setting to the high setting. I don't need to. I can reach the floor here, but this feels so good. Heart is open. My shoulders can be back. I can achieve a flat back. I can lengthen the wrinkles out of my neck. Extend in all directions. Reach through that back heel, inner corner of that back heel. Press through the front foot, but pull that left hip back. Reach through the crown of your head, press in the blocks. If it feels good, make some sound effects. And bend back into that front knee. Set your blocks aside, but only to the right and the left and nearby. Step forward, half lift. Fold and send the left leg back. Bring those blocks back in. Get long from head to heel. Press into the floor. Feel strong. Lift your navel in and up. Imagine just this long line of energy going through you from your head all the way to your heel and heel all the way back to your head. Reach out in both directions, as well as pressing into the floor and shining your heart forward. Think of that caring that you give. Give it to yourself for this time. And putting your mind's attention into the base of that big toe, press into the front foot, straighten that front leg some. Again, I like to turn the blocks to their higher setting. Again, press out in all directions, so press into both feet. But at the same time, hug that right leg back into its hip socket. And extend through the crown of your head. Just grow like a whole inch forward, removing the wrinkles from the back of your neck. Bend back into that front knee. Move your blocks back to the sides. Step forward. Half lift. Fold. Shake your head. Grab opposite elbows. Lower your lips. Release your arms, half lift, inhale, and fold. Bring your hands behind your head, clasp your fingers, bring your hands behind your head, pull your elbows back, and come to a half lift. Hold, reach long from head to tail, and come all the way back up. Good. Release those hands. Let's do some shoulder rolls. So lifting up and back and down. Go at your pace. Make sounds if it feels good. Switch directions. Great. Come back to Tadasana. Shake out your wrists. Good. And then lift on up. Inhale. Left hand grabs right wrist. Lift up and over. Back to center. Switch. Pull and over. Come on back to center. Inhale, lift up, look up. And plant so firmly into your feet. Find with your mind's eye that place behind your heart and lift it up. Standing back bend. Notice how you feel physically and emotionally here. How are things going? Come back to center and release your arms down. Hard work, those back bends, good job. Inhale here. Then exhale, just kind of round your back. Tuck your tailbone, bend your knees a little, bring your hands to your knees and round. And come on back up. Reach your arms wide to the left and the right. Right under left, eagle arms, cross. And first, pull down actually. So I know it's not normal for a yoga class to do this, but crunch down and round your upper back as much as you can. Tuck your tailbone under a little bit. Let your head drop a little bit. All right, begin to grow back tall. Lift up, lift the elbows some. Out. If you'd like to add on, you may sit in a chair. If you'd like to add on, cross a leg over. Great. Come on back up, release the legs, release the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Arms wide once again. Switch. Side two. Inhale. Exhale, pull down. Take your tailbone under. So we're not folding forward. Your shoulders are still kind of above your hips in space. You're just rounding, kind of pushing your back out. Let your head hang. And stand back up tall again, lifting the elbows any amount. If you'd like, come back in the chair. And if you'd like more, it's so optional. It's really not necessary. If you're enjoying the arm stretching, the neck and the upper back work, stay with that. If you want a little more, come on down into full eagle. Breathe and notice what you feel here. Unwind, lift up, and release. Okay. Shake your shoulders out a little bit. And then bring the hands back behind you, clasp your hands. Plant so well through your feet. Lift your toes up, set them back down. Bring your gaze forward again if you lift your toes. Press down with the feet evenly, but lift the kneecaps, firming the leg muscles. Squeeze the elbows in, shoulder blades in. And if you'd like, you can straighten your arms and pull them up, but certainly don't do that if it hurts. And then if and when you're ready, this is optional, but if you'd like to, fold forward. Great. Lift on back up. And release your arms. Good stuff. All right. Take a moment to stand in Tadasana, close your eyes. Noticing how you're feeling. Notice what you feel where. And call back that feeling of loving kindness towards yourself. Step back to the front of your mat if you're not already there, and inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold, come on down. Half lift, long in the spine, really reach from head to tail. And on your exhale, bend your knees, bend your hands, and step back. Plank. Fold, plank. Lower on down to the floor. And now I think we're more than ready to do an up dog. I like to move my hands back a little bit for this. Lift your head, lift your heart. Begin to press into your hands. Press the tops of your feet down. Get your leg muscles activated and strong. From your navel in and out. Press down, especially at the base of the pointer finger and thumb. And lift up higher and higher. Pick your hips up. Unless it hurts, don't do it. Shoulders back, heart forward. All right, set your knees down. Lift yourself carefully to all fours. Walk your knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. And do a small cat pose, lift up. Good, come back to neutral. All right. Lift your right arm out to the side and up. Exhale, come under your foot. Place your head on the floor, shoulder on the floor. Now, if your head and shoulder don't reach the floor, you should fold up a blanket, grab a couch cushion, put your head and shoulder on something so that you have some support. You're feeling pretty stable here. Send your left leg back. Toes still tucked. And then think about pressing that right shoulder to the floor more, reaching out to the fingertips more. Utilizing this left hand a few inches in front of your face, elbow up. for stability, okay? And then think about maybe lifting that left leg up and reach through the heel. So from your ab muscles and your hips, through the heel, reach out and lift up. Yeah, good. Maybe even bend your knee a little bit and open it. Open the hip. Experiment. This is a fun, weird little pose. It's very safe to fall out of, so be willing to carefully play your own edge. See where you're at with balance. Don't worry about hurting yourself because it's a gentle roll to the side if you fall. Here's that balance point. All right, bring that knee back down carefully. Unwind from your twist. Have a moment on all fours. And then lift that right arm out and up again. And back down. Good. Left side, lift your arm up again. Exhale under and through. Support yourself on something. 2 blocks actually can work really well, one under the shoulder and one under the head. Find your twist, right hand a few inches from your face on the floor, elbow up. So elbow is in line with the shoulder and above the wrist. It's part of your tripod, so that's our variation you need for this one. Send your right leg back. Find your balance. Notice how you feel about things. Do this because you love yourself and it's fun, not because you feel like you should. Press your left shoulder down. Reach from the core of your being out through your heel. Reach out, lift up, reach out, lift up, out. Expand in all directions. How high can you lift that leg? Can you turn the hip open a little? Do you want to pose bending that leg and dangle it behind you? Here's the tipping point. Enjoy if you fall, laugh. Re-straighten the leg if you bent it. Reach out and bring it back in. Carefully begin to unwind in the front. Come to all fours for a moment. Then open left arm out and up again. Good work. Come on down. All right. I'm going to sit up on my blanket here again. So we're going to do some sitting, some work while sitting. If you want it to be more work, you could do this standing. All right. Get comfortable whether you're standing or sitting. Reach your arms behind you. Clasp your hands. Bring that whole thing over to the left. Drop your shoulders. And then drop your head to the left. Make noises and breathe into those spots. Breathe love into those tight spots. And if you have been a student of mine for a while, you know we usually do some looking up here or some looking down. I'm going to look up first. So you're keeping the tilt in the head. You're turning your nose upward. And you can make small movements here that really feel great to your neck. So experiment a little. I'm squeezing my shoulder towards my head and kind of moving my nose left and right a bit. You might find a different piece of movement works well for you. Stick your jaw out. And then roll your nose back forward and look down a bit. So you're just keeping that tilt, that original tilt that we took when we went ear towards shoulder. And you're just kind of turning to look at the floor. Nose back forward. Release your hands. And because the head's been tipped for a while, use your left hand to push your head back to center. And then have a moment to acclimate. How are things feeling? That's a long, intense neck stretch. Turn your head left and right gently, a little exploratory head turn. Bring your hands back behind us again. Bring it all over to the right. And if you can't get your combined fingers to the right side, you can just pull with the right hand on the left wrist and kind of pull the left hand towards the right hand. Sitting up nice and tall, however you've done your arms. Exhale, let your head go over to the right. Slowly turning your head to look upward or finding other small movements that feel really good to you in this general vicinity. If you've looked up at the ceiling, you can stick your jaw forward a little. Turn your nose back forward, and then start to turn your nose downwards so you can on the floor. Send love to that neck. You know, if you're like me, you're usually saying, ugh, stupid neck, pain in the neck, etc. For today, for this time, feel into that loving, caring quality you found at the beginning of class and send that energy to your neck. And care for your neck the way you care for a baby. Good. Look forward again, nose forward. Release your hands and use your right hand to bring your head back. That's a big one. Sit with that for a moment. Blubber your lips if that helps. Turn your head carefully left and right. Let's do a few moments of free neck work. So whatever neck work feels amazing to you, please just give a few moments to yourself here. I like to look to one side and kind of nod a little bit. If you're following me, look to the other side and nod. If you're doing your own thing, keep going. All right, come on back to center with your gaze and your head. With your fingertips, walk them out alongside you on the mat. Then just let them kind of fall back in a little bit. Then lift your right shoulder up and dial it back. So kind of up and then behind. Then set your head straight back. So looking at the ceiling and try to press that shoulder into your head. And release. Should be pretty intense. Lift your left shoulder up, dial it back, tip your head back. Squeeze those two together, head and shoulder. If they're not touching, it's okay. You're working on it. And release. First side again, right shoulder up, back, head back. Squeeze, and then look at me and just kind of, I'm just going to move my head left and right the tiniest bit. And release. Left side again, up with the shoulder and back. Drop your head back. Squeeze. And then small movements. Left and right with your nose. And release. Good. Inhale. Exhale, drop your head to the left. Roll your chin down to center. Bobble back and forth a little here. And sitting tall in the spine, but head still bowed. Lift your shoulders up. Inhale, lift your head up. And exhale, the biggest sigh ever, let everything go. Ah. Good. Inhale again. Exhale, head to the right. And then chin to collarbones, roll your head down and forward. Again, bobble left and right a little bit here. Sitting nice and tall, head bowed. Lift your shoulders up. On your next inhale, lift your head. Exhale the biggest sigh and let everything go. Good work. All right. So bring your hands back behind you. Bring your knees up to point towards the ceiling. Feet forward. And cross left ankle over right. Good. And then walk your hands forward. Walk your foot back a little bit. Come into a place where you're pretty well upright in the front. And you're getting a real good stretch in that left outer hip and thigh. And breathe. If you'd like to add on, you may lift your right toes. Flexing the left toes lightly also. You don't have to do it hard, but keep that leg active. then wiggle that knee left and right slowly. So over to the left with the knee, back through center, and over to the right. Just kind of move slowly again to the left, to the right rather, to the left, to the right again. Come back to center. See if you can bring your elbow creases around both your foot and your knee. If that doesn't work for you, hold on to the shin some other way. Straighten the right leg out, sit up tall, and rock this limb of yours like a little baby. Prepare for it. Get it to stop crying. All right. Stop the wiggling, come back to center. Just lift that foot and that right foot and elbow up. Right foot, right elbow, left foot. And down. And up. And down. Release that leg out. Take a moment to notice the difference between those two legs. And we'll switch. So bring your hands back behind you again, bend both knees. Right ankle to left knee. And then sit tall. So maybe move your hands forward. Maybe move this foot back a little. Get a nice stretch in that thigh. Breathe long, slow, and deep. Flexing that right ankle. Keep that knee protected and that leg active. If you'd like, you may lift the left toes. That adds something for you if it's too much. Put it on the floor. And slowly left and right. So bring that foot, bring that right knee over to the right. Back to center, over to the left. And back to center, right. Back to center and left. Yes. Bring your foot back down, stretch your legs out to the front. Have a moment to appreciate your legs, rub them with your hands a little bit. Good job, legs. Love your legs. Rub your hands over your knees in circles. And then sit tall, inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Come on back up. Cross your legs, sit in any seated pose. If you want extra hips, you can come into Gomukhasana and bring your heels towards your hips, stacking your knees. But any seated pose will do. Grab your strap. Bring your strap over your right shoulder. Lift your left arm up. Bend it back, grab that strap. Right arm out to the side and then under and up. Grab the strap from the underside. Sit tall, try to get your head in line with your spine. If That means your arm is off to the side, that's fine. Lift on. Sit tall. Release the hands. Switch across the legs, wherever it is. Took the strap over to the left side. Right arm up. Bend it back. Grab the strap. Other arm under and up. Get your grip situated, and then lift your head and breathe. We'll go over by a few minutes. So watch your clock if you only had an hour 15. We're coming up to that in about 6 or 7 minutes. You have extra time free. Release. Set your strap off to the side. Come on down to your backs. Hug your knees, rock left and right. Arms out to the left and the right, knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. And then an exhale, drop your knees to the right. Perhaps you turn your head left. Breathe and love this twist. Come on back to center. And drop knees to the other side. Come on back to center with those knees. Hug your knees, rock left and right. And happy baby. Knees towards armpits, but still bent. Feet towards the ceiling. Holding onto pants at the shins, or outside edges of the feet, or loose fingers and grab big toes. Transitioning your breathing here from a strong Ujjayi breath to a gentle inhale and a slow, long exhale. And you can take that exhale through the lips. Let that long, slow exhale draw your energy down. Quieting down, calming down. Great, bring the feet together, knees wide, just for a moment. And then release the legs to the floor and stretch out for Shavasana. Of course, you're at home, so you make it as you please. If you need a bridge pose or a plow, you're welcome to it. Otherwise, stretch out, get comfortable blankets, support your head, cover up to be warm. Shavasana socks are still a thing this time of year, aren't they? It's cold out, sunny but cold. So take care of yourself lovingly for Shavasana. Let go of that deep breathing. Imagine me coming around and misting you gently with essential oils like I would do if you were here. Smile about that piece of care that I always try to bring you. Let go fully and give yourself this time to do precious nothing. Lovingly giving yourself a break. You are at home and you want to shavasana longer, please do. If you're ready to come out, begin drawing your breath deeper once again. Wiggling fingers and toes. Reaching arms overhead, stretch. Bend your knees. Using your arm to cradle your head, roll to your right side. And slowly return yourself gently to a seat. This is a great time to settle in for meditation if you have the time. Yoga asana is supposed to prepare us for long periods of sitting, so take advantage. You're in a perfect spot. Otherwise, just have a few more breaths with me as we notice how we're feeling here. Seeing if we can make that feeling of love win out over the feelings of fear in our hearts. It can really be a struggle sometimes between those two. Sometimes you should take the time to feel into that fear and sit with it. And other times you should sit and feel into some love and sit with it. Chances are you've spent enough time with fear this week. And we noticed it and gave it space in the beginning. So if you're ready, feel into the love once again. If you need to sit with the fear, that's fine. But to bring some balance to what I imagine is an imbalance at the moment. Consider trying for the love. Feel the love in your own heart for your own self. And then broadcast that love to someone else in your life. And finally, broadcast that love out to the whole world. Everyone, even the people you're having a hard time with. Send it out. Bring your hands to heart center. Join me, if you will, for one Om. And try to feel that Om rising from the floor and moving through you as you progress and bursting out your head like fireworks at the end. Take a breath in. Feel that resonance. With so much gratitude, I thank you for joining me today over the internet. I thank Yama for the studio's beautiful space that I love. The opportunity to be together even though we're apart. Have a beautiful Sunday. The sun is shining. Go out and enjoy some of it. Namaste.